I know there's things to change. The path that I could choose is lose, and I must find a new one. Our fates are not yet written. I will take the warning, choose the way that's best.
Godzilla vs. Kong gets even closer while we get bombarded with trailer after trailer. This video will cover the new footage and answer the following questions. Where is this containment center? Can Kong survive this battle? What new things will Godzilla be capable of? Where are they taking Kong? And finally, where does Mechagodzilla fit in this film? Gia presents a rudimentary figure to Kong, but is this place actually Skull Island? We have our doubts. Kong shows his superior dexterity once again in the MonsterVerse fight, hurling a strangely massive tree to the horizon. This maneuver could be a throwback to the film Kong Skull Island, where we see a helicopter get speared by a tree. As far as we are aware, Skull Island's array of flora doesn't necessarily grow to this height. This tree, or should we say engineered plant, is large as a redwood tree, something suspicious to be growing around Skull Island. We also have to raise the question, why would they simulate Skull Island if they are already in the island to begin with? Perhaps they transported Kong to another location other than Skull Island. Or, for some unknown reason, Skull Island was no longer habitable, and Monarch preserved some of it for Kong to thrive in. More on this later. Skull Island radiation levels are a bit off from the rest of the planet and the Hollow Earth, which could explain why the Kong species in Skull Island did not grow to heights such as this. Watch our video on Kong's growth to learn more about this subject. It would make sense for this place to be an engineered location, which helped Kong keep growing. In the end, we see that Kong's intelligence allowed him to figure out that he was in an enclosure. Kong's anguished roar makes it seem that he feels betrayed or tricked. Here's where Gia comes in, to consolidate the relationship between him and the humans that put him in this enclosure. In this sequence, we get a brand new point of view of what happens here. Aiza's character gives us some nice insight on Kong's communication skills.
Did the monkey just talk?
Yes. Yes, he did. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Kong can talk in sign language. In our previous analysis, we discussed the possibility that Kong could communicate using signs, given that other primates have done the same thing in the real world. Like Michael, for instance, a gorilla who literally told his handlers a story of how his mother was killed at the hands of poachers. So could Kong also help Monarch understand what happened to his family? Kong's ability to communicate would bring a whole new access to the discovery of Kong's past. In IGN's FanFest, we got a short 39-second and edited clip showcasing Kong's first encounter with Godzilla. In another trailer, Eileen Andrews gives us the idea that this would be a death sentence for Kong, as this very well might be the first battle Kong has ever fought in deep water. This scene showcases the most amazing CGI we've seen yet, as we see Godzilla's massive tail in action. Just the mere weight of it could slice ships in half. The director, Adam Wingard, has a background in creating horror films. We can already see here that this film does not shy away from death. Like in King of the Monsters, we will see what it is to be caught up in a Titan's wrath, but this time it will be the wrath of Godzilla. Thomas Holken, the composer for this film, stated that this entire sequence would last approximately 18 minutes long, and called it insane. This long scene could likely end in Godzilla winning, since we are in a watery arena. But this poster raises some eyebrows. We actually might see Kong put up a fight with Godzilla underwater. In a more recent trailer, we see Kong land a good kick on Godzilla's chest, explicitly a counterattack to avoid getting dragged down deeper. This lets us know that Kong will not be a complete pushover underwater. From a strictly statistical point of view, Godzilla should be able to win this. Maybe some logical explanation like, let this one slide for Kong. Moving on to the next segment, Kong in the Hollow Earth. We see Kong transported quite a lot in this film, with some neat slow-mo scenes alluding back to the copters from 1973, even going back to how they transported Kong in older films, going back to how Skull Island is no longer habitable for Kong. If true, then Kong would have to be transported to another location besides Skull Island, where he and the research crew could have access to the Hollow Earth. In this case, this would be somewhere near the Earth's poles. Maybe. If the Monsterverse stays 100% true to the Hollow Earth theory, then they could access it through portals in the North and South Poles, which would explain this icy landscape. We see that Kong probably was accidentally dropped, wakes up, and then maybe falls again, but this time into the Hollow Earth. In another trailer, we see a majestic shot of the Hollow Earth shot of the Heaves, or Hollow Earth anti-gravity vehicles, leaving their now iconic blue trail of energy behind. Remember that this takes place 5 years after the events of 2019, meaning that technology is now very similar to the tech seen in the film Pacific Rim Uprising. This mountain could be where this sequence takes place, where Kong enters the caves where his ancestors once lived, or fought. Kong will probably find the battle axe here. We also get a nice shot of Kong sitting on what seems to be a chair of some sort, probably near the place where Kong gets attacked by the newly introduced Hellhawks, megafauna native to the Hollow Earth that made their home inside what could have been another Titan's lair. Next up, we have even more footage of Godzilla entering Hong Kong. We see Godzilla emitting lights similar to the display in 2019.
It's an intimidation display.
Yep, that's an intimidation display. Godzilla will most likely cruise through Mechagodzilla, which explains why the G-Man is seen wreaking havoc across the globe. Apex is most likely a rival organization to Monarch, whose goal is to control and possibly eradicate all kaiju on the planet. Their main weapon, Mechagodzilla, seems to be controlled by none other than Ren Serizawa. This plot to drive Godzilla on a craze will be uncovered by the detective trio consisting of Madison, Josh, and Bernie, who are seen to uncover the dark secrets Apex has been hiding, including the return of this guy, Ghidorah. We aren't going to go into detail in this video, but simply put, Ghidorah's skull and brain have a massive role in controlling Mechagodzilla, a titan whose purpose is to usurp the role of Godzilla and any other alpha kaiju and control or destroy the Titans. In one of the most recent trailers, we see a scene of Kong facing what could be the mechanized Titan due to the red hue reflected on him. This scene is followed by a clip of the reflection of Mecha G approaching Godzilla while he's on the ground. The gesture of Godzilla's eyes makes him look defeated and almost worried, which is something that we have never yet seen in the Monsterverse. This alone is a statement that the mechanized Titan will be nothing like any of the other Titans both Godzilla and Kong have fought before. We will make an in-depth video on this later, so make sure you're subscribed. Godzilla and Kong battle it out at night, where the neon lighting and night battles strongly resemble Pacific Rim's aesthetic. Godzilla will make use of his atomic rays quite frequently, since we see many scenes where Kong has to dodge and even block these attacks with his arms. What's even more amazing is the fact that Kong is able to stay upright while getting hit by the atomic ray, which is something that not even Ghidorah could handle in 2019. And that's a less concentrated beam. Kong will also be making use of his massive battle axe. A new clip shows the sheer size of that weapon as it easily cuts a large truck in half. This battle will be bloody, so get ready to see things that neither of these Titans has done before. Godzilla provides us with the perfect example. This clip gives us an epic shot at Godzilla rearing up while powering up his atomic breath once again. But don't be fooled. Godzilla's elevation in contrast to the background makes us think that he's actually on top of a building. Godzilla either had to use a surrounding structure to access a higher tower, or maybe he literally climbed on the side of a structure to then target Kong, who will most likely climb the Central Plaza Tower. Godzilla climbing on buildings isn't very realistic, but since this film isn't really keen on basic physics, it might be possible. we are treated with a final shot of Godzilla using his signature stomp against Kong, pinning him to the ground as he releases a loud roar. Unlike the other kaiju who took significant damage from this, while looking at Godzilla with disgust. An additional clip shown in an even more recent trailer shows Godzilla blast something or someone with the entire fury of his atomic capability. If you are thinking that this might be Kong, guess again. There is fire surrounding this scene, and not this one, which leads us to believe that we are witnessing Godzilla brutally execute a main character in this film. Thanks for making it to the end of this video. So now that you're still here, why not take a look at these videos? One explaining Kong's battle axe, or maybe you want to learn Bat, the new snake titan in Godzilla vs. Kong. See you there, or in our next video.
Okay, let's get these out of the way first. Or I could keep Kong back here. And that's it for this video. So go check out Goji Center for the amazing content that's gonna be coming out soon. Maybe, who knows? For the good, awesome content, I should say. And yeah. And the movie's next week. For us, anyway, in the US. And it's been out in different countries, I should say. But yeah. I am very excited to see this movie. And we'll be watching it on HBO Max. And I'll probably see it with my friends. On April 3rd, maybe, who knows. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Toodles.